Hi, welcome everyone on this beautiful afternoon that stopped raining, so we're very excited. Um, Welcome to the grand opening of the Panther Trail, which is the 26.2 mile trail just in Marlborough. So it's a marathon route in Marlborough that we've been working on for quite some time. And I will first introduce you to Mayor Arthur Vidgen, who's here to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Priscilla. So, I don't know how many of you know Attorney Arthur Bergeron, but he was one of the ones that approached me with this probably over 10 years ago. And when he says something, sometimes he comes up with crazy ideas, and I've learned not to discount them as quickly as I used to. Because after you think about it a little bit, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. So when he approached about this idea of having a Panther Trail marathon route where people could actually run at the distance of the Boston Marathon, Priscilla was already ahead of the game doing trails throughout the city. She had the task of tying a few of the trails together. We've used the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts over many years to clear some areas, build some bridges. They've done a fantastic job, and none of this could have happened without Priscilla and her team. And like I said, the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts did a great job. The Conservation Commission, I'm sure a few times she went in there and they kind of looked a little funny. I know when we talked about going around the lake, we're going to be doing a boardwalk around the entire lake. And a couple of years ago, we got started with it on the inside route. And she said, well, how much do we want to cut down? And I said, clear cut it right up to the lake. We'll be fine. Well, we didn't get that far, but it's going to be a great asset to the city once it's completed. We're hopefully moving on that next year to finish the loop around the lake. It's going to be great. But Priscilla, thank you very much for all your hard work. Gives us another opportunity for passive recreation throughout the city. So with that, Councilor Katie Roby, you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. On behalf of the Marlborough City Council, I would also like to thank Priscilla, the members of the Conservation Commission, the Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts that helped create the trail. I know the council has always supported passive recreation and open space within the city and done whatever we could to encourage the development of this trail and other trails. I wasn't aware of Arthur Bergeron's involvement back 10 years ago, but it doesn't surprise me at all that he would be the impetus for this. And I'm thrilled that we're finally able to see all of the hard work of everybody come to fruition, and hopefully we'll see lots of people out on those trails. Thank you.
Senator Jamie Eldridge, want to come up?
So good afternoon, everyone, and want to thank Mayor Vidgen for inviting me here to be part of this special celebration of the grand opening of the Panther Trail. I was at an earlier event saying that this is a 26-mile trail, and asking, oh, well, then this will be the site of marathons in the future. So I hope something like that happens. But I'm just so proud of this trail. I remember being together a few years ago, pre-COVID, at the opening of the Boroughs Loop Trail, and really want to praise Mayor Vidgen, the Marlborough City Council, in addition to Councilor Roby. I know Councilor Perlman's here, and former Councilor Don Landers, current Councilor Don Landers, and Ed Clancy, former Councilor Ed Clancy here. I'm just so proud of the trails that have developed throughout Marlborough, and I know that myself and Representative Gregoire and Representative Gentile have certainly been advocating over the years, whether it's a DCR grant, whether it's a Mass DOT grant, whether it's any of the state funding to help put together the City of Marlborough's vision. But this really is a vision of the City of Marlborough, and I honestly cannot think of a better conservation agent than Priscilla Ryder. So Priscilla, thank you so much for your vision and your persistence in carrying this out. Very proud of your work. And just as Mayor Vidgen said, just also want to thank the Marlborough Conservation Commission for their tremendous work. I know there's members here from the commission, as well as the Boy Scout and Girl Scout troops. I know that AMSA students were involved with some of the work, and then some of the businesses in Marlborough. And I just want to say that, I think that the pandemic really gained a greater appreciation for the need to be outdoors, to get outside when we were all quarantined or locked in our homes or apartments. And I think there's just a greater appreciation for the outdoors. But if not for government planning and the city of Marlborough having this vision, this would not have come together as is. So looking forward to walking the trail. It's wonderful that there'll be this boardwalk around Lake Williams, and have had the opportunity to walk some of the other trails. So with that, I did have the chance, just once I got the notice, to have a Senate citation. So Mayor Vigent, if I could present that to you. And it's
check with it?
no check, but I figured you'd ask for more money soon. It's a state Senate citation. It says, "Be it hereby known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the city of Marlborough in recognition of the momentous occasion of the grand opening of the Panther Trail, and be it further known the Massachusetts Senate extends best wishes for continued success, which I know will happen with trails in Marlborough and throughout the region." Congratulations and thank you.
Senator, thank you very much.
Representative Gregoire, do you want to speak in? Come on up.
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this beautiful fall day. It's so nice to see everyone outside and celebrating together. Thank you, Priscilla, for all the work that you've done. We have the opportunity in our jobs to get to a lot of Eagle Scout ceremonies, and we hear consistently about the fantastic work that Priscilla is doing in our city. So thank you very much for all of that hard work. And congratulations to the mayor and the city council, and thanks to the Conservation Commission. As Senator Eldridge highlighted, during the pandemic, we learned more than ever about the importance of outdoor activities to the physical health of our community, but also to the mental health of our community. So I'm sure that this trail will be a legacy project for decades to come as residents of the city of Marlborough and beyond come to enjoy it. So I'm just happy to be here and play a small role in it, and thank you all for joining us today.
Representative Gentile.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Thank you very much for all the wonderful work you did putting this together. And thank you, Mayor Vigent, and the city council members, and everyone who worked to put this together. I can remember many times looking out the windows of the courthouse years ago at Lake Williams and saying, "Oh, what a beautiful lake, and gee, it's just gorgeous," but I don't see any people. So in a few years, or less than a few years, people will be able to look out the courthouse and see many people enjoying the walkway along Lake Williams. And to just think, to have a 26-mile circuit of connected paths, walkways throughout the city, wonderful. My wife and I, every weekend we try to get to a different path to follow to get some exercise, 2 or 3 miles, and we really look forward to walking this circuit. And thank you so much for carrying through and making it a reality. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Next is Ed Clancy, who's the chairman of the Conservation Commission. He's my boss.
Thank you, Priscilla, and all of those that are assembled here today. I'm glad that we get some human here today, and we also get that great big hawk right up there in the tree that's overlooking the whole thing. So we have the wildlife and also the human life here today. It was back in 2010 when we were assembling an open space and recreation plan for the city of Marlborough, and the idea of an interconnected trail came up. And this interconnected trail would be within the city. We had lots of parcels of land that went throughout the city, but nothing connected them to each other. So this forward thinking was a vision, and this is actually I have to say, Priscilla's thought. This would connect all of our open spaces within the city. We have the city parks, we have the recreational land, we have the city-owned land such as the watershed land. We also have the state forest property, and we actually have connections through all pieces of that. Now here we are 12 years later, and today we're going to be dedicating a 26.2 mile recreation trail that you all can follow and enjoy. The trail is being named the Panther Trail. Kind of great because I was at Marlborough High School for a long time. The vision to create a marathon trail entirely within the city of Marlborough came about at the same time as the Boroughs Loop was being developed. The Boroughs Loop is 33 miles and it actually spans, loops through 4 different communities. The northernmost arc of the Boroughs Trail actually is a portion of the Panther Trail today. But many new trails had to be blazed, cleared, and connections had to be made to all the different other different sections. The Marlborough Trails Committee was formed in 2020 after the opening of the Boroughs Loop in 2019. This amazing team of dedicated volunteers has been hard at work ever since. It is their hard work that brings us all here today, including the hall. The special thanks must go out to Priscilla Ryder for her vision, Karen Paquin, who is also a Conservation Commission member, for taking the reins and leading this amazing trail crew. The time spent and the hard work in the opening of all these trails is giving you new vistas to enjoy and to explore. Thank you, Priscilla, Karen, and the team. Thank you very much.
Now the person who's done the most work on this trail is Karen Paquin. She is the leader of our trail crew and we can't do anything without her, so we're so happy. I want to introduce her. She made this happen.
I wouldn't say that. Oops, sorry, my little paper is down here. That was not very good planning, was it? So, thank you to everyone for joining us today for this celebration. This is such a wonderful trail, and I'm pleased that you're all here to help us celebrate. The opening of this trail is a huge accomplishment, with hundreds of hours of volunteer labor just in the year and a half where we've been working on the southern arc of this trail. And that's what's made this trail a reality. Without the dedicated work of the Trails Committee, we wouldn't be here with the scout volunteers, corporate and school volunteers, Carpenters Union, all these folks were involved in working on the trail. The Trails Committee, which was formed, as Mr. Clancy said, in 2020, has about 43 volunteers signed up at this point. And on most work days, we have between 6 and 12 people come and volunteer. We work on one Saturday a month, usually about 3 hours. And this trail is really here because of that continued effort each week. And also, because we have a core team of 9 folks that have appeared to almost every one of these work days, if you can believe that. Everything from high school interns to retirees have joined us on these work groups. We've got a larger team that serve as the eyes and ears on our trails, which is a very critical task. Even with a team of 40, we can't be on these trails all over the place. So we need people that just walk and enjoy and then come and talk to us and tell us this needs to be done or that needs to be done. Some of you dedicated volunteers are here. I see you in the audience. And I want to really express my heartfelt thanks to all of you, whether you've come every single Saturday or whether you've joined once in a while. Again, this trail would not be here without you. Every hour worked made this trail a reality. There are so many stories and feats of daring do that I could tell you about on this trail, which I won't, but we have had so much fun doing it as well. The other workforce behind the creation of the trail are the Boy and Girl Scouts. 27 Boy Scout Eagle projects were completed along this trail, and 1 Girl Scout Gold Award was given on the trail. The projects included construction of bridges, boardwalks, bog bridges, benches, kiosks, and lots of signage, because of course we'd like you to enjoy this trail and not get lost. The Scouts are the Conservation Commission's workforce, and we so very much appreciate everything they do. And I noticed at least 1 Scout, 2 Scouts, Brian and Andrew. Thank you. Thank you for the work you've done. Thank you for joining us. It's such wonderful. Hi, Brian. And I could show you an enormous list. I mean, there's like a multiple page list of Scouts that have been involved in this since probably the year 2000. We encourage everybody to join our guided walks. They will happen throughout Saturdays in the month of October. You'll be able to find all that information on the city's website on the conservation page. It'll tell you all the details that you need to know to get there. And there are sections, folks have asked us, you know, are there sections you can get on and off of? Yes, there are like 1 mile sections that you can park and just take a 1 mile walk. There are sections along the northern shores of the Sudbury Reservoir where you can do a 5 mile walk. And of course, if you're up for it, just go ahead and do the 26 mile walk, right? We've actually already had a couple folks that have said they've done it. Amazing, amazing. Well, we really hope that you enjoy it, and that if you're interested in joining our team, we would absolutely love to have you. Don't feel like you have to join us every Saturday. Feel free to just come by and help us whenever you have the time. Thank you so much.
And now almost the moment we've been waiting for, but before we do the ribbon cutting, which is going to be a vine cutting, I wanted to present something to Karen and the team of volunteers. So this is representative to Karen and the team, and I couldn't decide exactly what to give, but I thought this was appropriate. A brand new set of clipping shears and a brand new gloves. I was going to have everybody sign it, but I don't know how to do that without having it rub off when you use them again. So I am so glad that we are celebrating this today. It has been a long haul, and it has taken everyone and lots of people. So it's been my pleasure to kind of be the leader and sort of steer it. But I agree with the mayor that it was Arthur Bergeron's vision that put this in play, and without his vision we wouldn't have done it. He and his daughter had actually walked a lot of area and done a map, and then afterwards we were trying to figure out whether we really had easements and we really could cross the whole he wanted us to go through the golf course, but they didn't want us to go through the golf course. So the vision has now become reality. There's our 2 tiny sections that we're still working on. One's under construction that'll be open in the spring next to the bike path off of Crowley Drive, and the other section is between Route 20 and the Felton Conservation Land, which will be open in the spring. So we hope you get out and enjoy it. We do have all these walks, and what I would like now is the people who had helped with the trail, the volunteers and the Boy Scouts, if you can be on the ends of the things, and those speakers and dignitaries that are here, grab us some clippers, and we are going to dedicate this trail. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Woo!